Nope, I gotta fix that. Oh, oh, nope, nope, there it goes. Perfect. Alright, I'll just rely on you guys to let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet. As, when it comes to my voice and the music in the background. Let's unmute the game. Let's not. Let's reload the game. Perfect. All right. All right, recap. What's been going on the past few days in a town in the desert? I guess we can start with let's start with tests. Test of the singing cicada. All right, I think I probably need to pin that. Well, I'll pin this here. So I talked a little bit about cicada while we were in Discord, and I've got 2 cages out there now. What happens is when I'm out and about and I find cicadas, once you get 7 of them, you turn them into the University of Body and you get your own cage, and then you take your cage, travel out into Egypt in the middle of nowhere or somewhere. Doesn't have to be in the middle of nowhere, just a place where you think it's less likely to be found, and you drop your cage, and your cage accumulates points while it is still up. Each cage has 7 cicadas in it, so once the 7th person finds their cage, grabs its the last cicada, your cage goes down and you stop gaining points for it. So I've got 2 of them out here. I'm not going to say where, because if anybody were to watch this who plays the game, they could go take cicadas out of it. So bad idea. Oh, there it went. So I got 2 out there. I have advanced 3 times already. There's been 3 advancements. Advancement means each time, it's kind of hard to explain. Well, I guess it's not too hard. So far it's happened daily. And when it triggers, when advancement triggers, it takes the 21 people with the highest score, and it takes the 21st person, and that's how much it costs, points-wise, in order for you to get a speed point. So, for instance, 15 hours ago was the last advancement, and it cost 5,769 points. That means the 21st person, the person in 21st place, had this many points. And so everybody above them gets charged that many points for their or for their advancement. And if you have double that, you get a double advancement, and triple, quadruple, so on. So I've got 3 speed points, which means I could run faster on roads now. And that's very, very handy. So that's where we're at for the test of the singing cicada. I got 7,500 points now. I should have, by the next advancement, I should have over 8,000, I would think. I'll probably get another advancement, so by tomorrow I should have 4 speed points, I would think. Okay. Yes, some more ATID. How's it going, Southern Pretzel? Test of the Safari. Working on that one a little bit. Remember, we have gazelles, falcons, ibis, desert rats, otters, bullfrogs, and fennecs. To complete the tests, you need 4 of each creature. I've got 4 gazelles, so that means I don't need to get gazelles anymore. And that's probably the fastest I've ever gotten 4 gazelles in a tail. That was pretty fast, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's nice to get it out of way because it requires a large group of people. If the people are experienced, the group doesn't have to be too large. But with so many new people, and this is a fresh telling, and people haven't played in a while, people forget some things, mistakes can happen, so large group. Gotta run though, but glad to see you back. Oh, cool. Have a good evening, man. I got 2 otters. It's hard to explain otters without showing it to you. But otters show up as like a little hole in the ground, and you got to play like a little whack-a-mole game with them. Again, I'm not going to go deep into that unless we run into one. And bullfrogs, that one's fairly easy to explain. I've caught 1 bullfrog, although I should mention that I've been having difficulties grabbing bullfrogs. So a bullfrog you don't actually see, but you hear it. When you hear a bullfrog, they only live right on the edge of the water, and you run to the edge, and you get your camera parallel with the beach here, and you listen for which way the bullfrog is, to the right or to the left. And if he's to the right, then you can kind of use a marker, let's say sand. You drop a marker down to say, well, we know the bullfrog is definitely on the left, not on the left side of the marker. And then, oops, I'll get to swimming in a moment. And then you move down, and if you hear him again, you grab something else like mud. Drop mud. And if you hear the bullfrog to the left, you know he's definitely not over there. That means the bullfrog is definitely between these 2 markers. So you hop in the middle, listen, and that cuts it down in half. You go to the middle, listen, etc. until you pinpoint where the bullfrog is, and then you just go into your menu tree and capture him. I've found one. I've caught one, I should say, but I found like 4, and I had such difficulties with the other 3 trying to locate them. All right, I'll get into that in a second as well. And on a beach like this, well, no, this is a bad example. Like this beach right here would be easy to find the bullfrog, but once you introduce something like this, where the water comes in and there's even a lake, this is really hard to find a bullfrog. At least it is for me. Because the bullfrog can be over here. And if you're looking over here, you get kind of confused on where the location is, because it's all based on where the camera's pointing. So whenever there's a lake like this, or water coming inland, I always have difficulties with bullfrogs. To the point where I'm like, screw it, it's not worth it, and I move on. I'm just not that good at it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so that's bullfrogs, and I unlocked the test of the oyster catcher. Let's see if I can get information. Yeah, that doesn't tell me a whole lot. So, the test of the oyster catcher involves swimming in the water, which I am now able to do. You can swim as long as the water is fairly shallow. Like this here is shallow water, so I can swim from one end of the Nile to the other. But if you go out into like the Red Sea here, like this, it gets deeper than that, and you're not allowed to swim over deep ocean. Well, deep water, I shouldn't say ocean, I guess. And oysters can be found in the water. Now, they're not on the bottom or anything like that. It's kind of like a light puzzle. So you'll see like lights on the water, and you swim out to it. And the object is it's like a grid of circles. I don't remember how big it is. It's like 10 by 10 or something like that. Some of the circles are lit up, some of them are not. And it's that puzzle where if you press one button, the adjacent buttons all go to the opposite. So let's say the buttons to the left and right and up and down are all on. You press the middle button, they all go off. And the object is to turn them all off. You'll recognize the kind of puzzle when you see it. Those kind of puzzles are on the internets all over the place. So once you do that, you solve the puzzle. You need to retrieve pearls from them when you do that. I don't know how frequent they are. It's been forever since I've done one of those puzzles. That's the test of the oyster catcher. What else we got new? Hold on, what did I not cover? I did the speed points. I got the oyster catcher, which I didn't write down. Oh, I wrote down. There it is. Alright, I am now able to douse. I guess I could talk about that very briefly. There isn't a whole lot to show. So you notice I have this little dowsing rod up here. And I got that thing in my inventory, dowsing rod. And this works off of focus, if I remember correctly. You hit that dowsing rod, and what it does is it looks underneath you for ores. It says here you detect nothing but sand. Now the higher your focus, the rarer the metal or ore, or there's other things in the ground too. The rarer stuff that you can find. I don't know how many changes they've had since the last tale, or the last few tales as far as this goes, but I can tell you this, I've been spamming the hell out of that crap, and I've found nothing but sand anywhere. So you hit it a couple times, you notice my focus goes red, right? Really red? That means it's on a timer. So if I were to try it again, oh, I can't even try it again, it's not up there. So that's how you find ore veins, and what happens is, you'll detect an ore vein, and generally what people like to do is they'll drop an item where they had a successful hit on a dowsing rod, and then they'll check in the area, and eventually you can map out an ore vein. And once you do that, you can start dropping mines on it and mining that stuff up. So dowsing's in the game now. Unfortunately, I don't think we can do mines yet. I'm pretty sure we can't do mines yet, so it's not like we could do anything. But still, we can look for veins and get ready for when we do have dowsing. I'm sorry, mines. So that's nice. Dowsing's in there. Oh, my guild hall. I'll talk about my guild hall. I made a guild hall, even though I don't have anybody in my guild. And the reason is this little guy here. The Shifting Sands of Ptah. Oops. Guild halls, they help you share buildings. Like, if everybody is part of, my guild, Shifting Sands of Ptah, I can make buildings that everybody in my guild has access to. It's just an easy way to share things. I'm playing solo, so I don't have anybody to share it with. But when I first started playing the game back in Tale 1, so we're talking early 2000s, our guild was called the Shifting Sands of Ptah. So even though I don't have anybody to play with, I always build a guild hall for my guild of nobody. In honor of my old friends from ages ago. Alright, guild is done. Elder, the Elder tab. The test of the Elder has started. Oops. So you'll notice that I have an Elder tab. I have a few tabs, actually. I'll go over these in a second. And everybody who signed up for it gets put into a small group. And apparently I got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in my group. I don't know how many people have signed up. If I were to guess, I'd say maybe 100 or so. But who knows? And what we have to do, or at least this is what I assume we have to do, if it's anything like the old test of the Demipharaoh, is we have to talk amongst ourselves and try to convince the others that you would be worthy of moving on to the next round for the test of the Elder. And you go to a voting booth, which is right over here. I guess I could show you that now. I'm not going to vote for anybody. I don't even know how long we have until we can vote. Maybe the voting booth will tell me. And at that point, one person moves to the next round, and they go into a chat with a bunch of other people who also got voted into round 2. And so on until there's one person left. And that person is voted the next Elder of the faction. Test of the Elder. Alright. See all votes. Vote so far. So no one's voted. I can vote for any of these people. You can vote for yourself, I guess. I'm on there. But again, I'm not voting yet because we haven't had a discussion. It's pretty new. And everybody's still recovering from some story stuff that we just got involved in. So no one's really talked yet. I'm sure by tomorrow we'll all start talking a little bit in there. So, that is the test of the Elder. And the Elder will... We have one Elder right now. And from what I understand, there's going to be one Elder per month, one new Elder per month. I don't think the old Elder goes anywhere. They're still an Elder. And these people who are named Elders, they help focus the technology path that your faction is going to go under. So, and we don't know all this for sure yet because the developer wanted to keep this stuff kind of spoiler free. He wanted us to discover it on our own. And what we think will happen is there's a technology tree that all three factions can go down, and this tree can branch off in many different directions. And if faction A goes off to the left or whatever, faction B can go off to the right, and over time they start developing their own personalities, and the elders help choose which direction they go. That's one of the probably main roles of the elder. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about elder because I got so much other stuff to talk about. Real quick, back to test of the Safari. Every 4 creatures that you catch, you get a strength point. Oops. So I've got, what, 4, 5, 6, 7? So that means I get 1 strength point, which bumps up my weight allowance, my capacity. I don't remember how much, though. But I can now carry over 500 weight. And once I reach 8 creatures, then it'll go up even higher. So that's nice to know. Got that done. I got swimming done. Perfect. Signs. We researched signs. I don't need to go over signs. Signs aren't exactly terribly exciting, are they? Stone masonry. I got me a mason's bench here, which allows me to make a few things, and importantly, a nail mold, which plays a big role coming up where we can make nails. We're not there yet because we need metal, but I'm prepared for when it does come. So I got the ability to make a nail mold, and ecology. I got ecology now. And what ecology will do is it'll let me test for pollution. Now, I've never really gotten into ecology in the past tales, so I don't know a whole lot about it. Skills, ecology. All right, here we go. Test the area for heavy metals. Now, what you do is you test with tadpoles. How many tadpoles do I have, by the way? 198. And I know the more tadpoles you use, the more accurate, or the heavier metals you can detect, something along those lines. Like I said, I don't know. I'm gonna have to read up on it to figure it out. I'll use 20 though and see what happens. The tadpoles all survive. You suspect that there is heavy metal in the area. Oh, if you suspect, you should rerun the test with more tadpoles. All right. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about that at this moment. I'll read about it some other time. And I got that done. I think that's it. As far as what's new, I think. So I am ready to learn beekeeping, and we need to go to University of Worship to do that. So I want to put up a couple apiaries tonight. I don't remember where our worship is. Where is our worship? That's architecture. Oh, it's all the way down there. Okay, so it's right off my road. I remember now. So what do we got going in our chats? Someone caught a bullfrog. Melia. The dowsing has been changed, but still unclear. What have been changed? Have fun. Live streaming. Good night. Oh. Thanks, Melia. Melia does watch the stream. Hi, Melia. She says it has changed. Interesting. I'm excited to see what's going on with dowsing. Because like I said, I have found nothing but sand. And I've clicked this, I don't know how many times. Hundreds of times. Because I've been walking the desert, man. I've been walking. All the way out here. I've been up and down this area so much. looking for cicadas. And every once in a while, I just hit it. We get the little dingling and nothing but sand. I wonder if... I don't know, because one would think iron is like the basic ore, right? It's the first entry into metals. And I would think that having zero focus would at least let you find iron ore, but maybe not. Maybe something else is needed. Go up hills to find veins, Amelia says. Really? Huh, okay. I've tried on hills, but definitely nowhere near as much as like on a flat plain. Since I've been over here in this desert is largely flat. So I definitely have not doused up in hills a whole lot. So that's interesting. That would explain why I have found nothing. Close that out. Nothing but sand. Alright, I'm gonna make an effort to check out some hills in the area. See if I can find any ores. Have you found any ores, Amelia? Have you found any? What else? There's a promotion tab now. That's new. These are for perk stores. The perk store, which is basically if you order like a chunk of the game, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months at a time, you get these perk points, which is for the cosmetic items, kind of like for the cat and the camel and whatnot. So we got a promotion tab now where he'll put stuff on sale periodically and announce new things in there. No beetle breeding yet, no, but we are getting there quicker than I thought we would. My faction is now working on researching glass blowing. So it needs some difficult resources though to unlock, so it's not going to be quick. But I would not be surprised if we had it done by this time next week. Which means terrariums will be not far behind that. Which will be exciting, because I do enjoy beetle breeding myself. What are those? I think those are just thorn bushes. Nope, not having skill yet. Oh. Well, where did you hear about dousing on hills? And that's another thing. I like to take the paths because my speed is 3, which means I could run quicker on roads. I tend to take the roads. It's quicker even if the road is a longer route than, let's say, a hill or something. It's usually quicker for me. Well, I don't want to say usually. Sometimes it's quicker for me to just take the road. Therefore, I miss hills. So that could be another reason why I haven't seen anything but sand. I have found more beetles though. I'll have plenty of beetles to get me started. How many did I get? Where are my beetles? I got 4 speckled, 2 plains, and 1 burrowing. Unfortunately, only one of them is female. Laughed it, and he has the same problems. Where am I going? University's down here. Nothing but sand. Yeah, I'll start checking mountains more often. That would be weird, though, in my opinion, if veins are focused on mountains, what seems weird about that to me is the mine. The mine object is got a flat bottom, right? It's like basically it's like a mound. It looks like a mound, and it's got a flat bottom, and that I could see it looking really jank on the top of or on the side of a mountain. I think the terrain would probably auto-fit it, but I don't know. It would look jank. Beekeeping. Allows capture and breeding of wild bees. We got beekeeping, guys. Let's see if this guy needs help with tests. He did. Hi, hi. Oops. Hi, hi. This person needs a signature. I can do that too. Sure. She's asking to sign her signature. You're welcome. She missed the dig I was at, or I got mine signed. Ah. Compare achievements. Sure. You did not tell Rain any achievements. Rain told you one. Catch a giant crayfish. Okay. So there's 50 achievements known in all of Egypt at this moment. I know of 37. Gotcha. Here, I'll show you the map as well. Rain is offering, yep. Thank you. Show the maps to Rico. I'm excited to do an apiary. Her map matches mine. Gotcha. Time for bees. If I can remember how to make an apiary. I think it's a linen. It's a linen and... is it wood? I don't remember. Linen is not... it's not hard to make, but... I've got a hand loom, and hand looms are the devil right now. You can make things like canvas and linen and a few other things, but they break after every use, and you have to repair them. And the cost to repair is often ridiculous. Not always, but often. Often enough that it makes it annoying. Fortunately, there will be a time where we don't have to use them, but for now, it makes linen a costly commodity. Boards and linen for an apiary. Thank you, Amelia. Probably 4 boards would be my guess. Wonder if I have that on me somewhere. Do I have 2 boards. Alright, cool. Probably be safe. Not tests. Miscellaneous. No. Decorative. Apiary. It's right there. 8 boards, 1 linen. There you guys go. So I'll need to make me a few boards. I've only got 2 linen though, so I can't put up a whole lot. I might be able to make 1 or 2 more back at camp. We'll see. So beekeeping and what else? Oh, I wanted to get my thought night sky table up. We'll do that after the bees, I think. I'm pretty sure I have all the resources for that. I had to mine the limestone earlier. Worship cannot be done yet, at least not by me. I don't think by anybody. I think you need to mine for that, don't you? Yeah, drop a beetle into a mine. I don't think there's any mines, so no one's got that one yet. I'm really glad I got my 4 gazelles already done. I need to start focusing on Phoenix and I've even though I've been running all about, I have not seen any desert rats either. Desert rats, you'll usually see like little paw prints in the sand. I don't remember Phoenix. I know that you put up a little Fennec cage or like a little trap, but I don't remember any of the works to that. I'll have to read up on it. There's a gazelle. See, now I don't have to drop what I'm doing and go for a gazelle, because I got 4 of them now. We had to travel pretty far for 1 gazelle. It was, where was it? It was like way out here, and we're over here in Avarice. We'll near it, and I think it was in here, or here, one of those 2 places. Long way, but worth it. Like I said, nice to get the gazelle out of the way quickly. How do you get the bees? They just kind of show up after a while? You put up an apiary. It doesn't like spawn with bees in it. Like when you put it up, it's not like, yeah, I got bees. You have to attract a queen. I don't remember exactly. I don't know what the mechanics are for the queen to appear. I'm not even sure if you can control that. I think you put up an apiary and you just wait for a queen to appear. Ooh, I gotta look up to see how far away they gotta be from each other, too. Because if I remember correctly, you can't have apiaries too close to each other. Beekeeping at... Yep. As for where I'm putting my bees, I'm not even sure. Maybe I'll put them up there by my guild hall. I can either put them up here by my guild hall, or I can put them maybe in the hills back here. I think I might do that. Having the bees near you is quite annoying because they buzz and they buzz and they buzz, and I don't want to listen to buzzing while I'm at my little camp here. It'll get annoying very quickly. I need boards. I need 16 boards. How many do I got? 2. A queen, and then the rest will come. / crowd command has to stay under 14%. You mean when I go to build my second one, it's got to be under 14%? Do I have wood on me? How much wood do I have on me? I got a few. Oh my god, these things already broke. 2 of them broke at the same time. I cannot wait until I get a... Oh my god, they're all broke. Till I get a blade, or am I out of wood? Oh, I still had wood. These things break so often, and it's such a pain to repair them. Eventually, though, you can get a blade that you could put in the carpentry shop, and you could do wood a lot more efficiently. But we're not quite there yet. Do I have any? I don't. I don't have any stone blades. Wait, I thought I had a whole bunch. Was it? I have it for. Oh, that's right. It's for the constellation. I got slate somewhere. Here we go. Let's make 3. Per each one of these guys. There we go. Oh, I already had enough anyways. Or I do now. Let it be known that Subuli should now be known as the Pharaoh's Angler with 108 fish caught. That's the person who's caught the most fish in the game. So the Meshwish, which are the people to the north of us, they unlocked Obelisk. We also not the test, but we can build obelisks now. But the test is not unlocked, so you're not going to see anybody actually build any. At least I'd hope not. It'd be a waste of materials. Obelisk, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It can be pretty cutthroat at the beginning of the test. The goal of the test is to build the largest obelisk, and we don't know exactly. They may have found out in beta how it works, but I didn't play much in beta. But you have to build the tallest obelisk in the land. And I don't know if it's within the faction, or if it's in all of Egypt, or if it's in a region not controlled by you. It might even be that. I don't know because I didn't play beta. Either way, no matter which way it is, Obelisk, there can be some backstabbing going on in Obelisk. That's usually like the first sign of drama in the game. And the materials are very, very pricey at the moment. However, they get pricier as time goes on. At the same time, they get easier to make as the time goes on too, so it's kind of a catch-22. Do you want to work really hard to get it in now, but potentially get screwed out of your obelisk? I'm usually in that mix. I try to get my obelisk done ASAP, but I think this tale, I'm going to hold off. I don't think I'm going to jump into that. That sounds like a nightmare with the factions. I don't know. I think I'll hold off. It is the crowding of the bees, says Melia. Yeah, I don't know where I want to put my bees. I think I'm going to put them on the other side of the road here. I'm going to put them up here, I think. What is the range of bees? Hold on, I want to look that up. I don't want to... That's one I definitely want to look up. I'm going to bring up the wiki. It's probably not on the new wiki yet either. Apiary. And does it say how many chords it goes out as far as the audio goes? It doesn't. Oh, 32 coordinates. Oh my god, that's a lot, actually. That's a lot. I'm not sure I can handle that. So that's 25. I would have to go way up in there. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna force people to listen to bees. 7 cubits. What's 7 cubits? How far they should be from each other? Don't wait. People walking through apiaries also causes problems down the line, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Apiary is empty and needs to attract a queen. Yes, yes. Apiaries can hold up to 1,000 bees. Yes, yes. With speed of 10, about half the time no bees were lost. Yeah. Every time you check your apiary for bees, some escape. And the amount that escape is based off your speed. The higher the speed, the quicker you can check and fewer escape. I remember one tale that people walking near bees caused problems, but I don't think it was in every tale. Seven cubit obelisk. That's the smallest one you can make, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm not going to get involved in desert obelisks. I'll wait until new obelisks are about, I think. Okay. Right here is as good as any, I think. Can I see right in the middle of the square? How about right there? I don't remember if bees like sand or desert. I don't think it matters. Projects, apiary. That works. Build. There you guys go. There's my little apiary. Let's see if I can get a close look on it. There's bees in there, but they're not actually in there. You gotta check it for a queen. No signs of a queen bee. It takes time. So the command is /crowd. Crowding level is at 0%. Okay. So how many coordinates should I go down? I'm gonna go with... Oops. Don't move there, Chief. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna go here. 4 in between? I think so. Alright, let's build one. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves 2 beehives. Did they change the range? I think they changed the range, guys. Because I can hear it right now, but I don't hear it here. They changed the range. Cool. That's a good idea. I'm glad they did that. The Kush have unlocked the secrets of sign construction. Whatever. Alright, so we got ourselves 2 new beehives. Awesome. Apiaries, whatever. I'll let them sit. Hopefully we attract Queen Bee, and then we get ourselves some bee, which means we can get some honey. If I was a strange lander, which stranger lander would I be? That's a difficult question, Tulkus. I would probably say you would be Tulkus the Valiant. Alright. This is everything I need for the thought thing, I think. I think this is everything. I'm gonna bring it up just to make sure I don't screw up here. It's called a night sky table, I think. Clay lamp, 20 dried papyrus, 2 sticks, 80 clay, 9 stone blades. I've only got 7. 60 limestone, got that. 30 rope, got that. Small construction site, which is a canvas and 4 rope. Okay, and it was 2 stone blades I needed. Alright, so let's grab some slates. Make a couple of those. So we get to make a constellation, a night sky table. This used to be called the Test of the Constellation, but apparently, it's been, I don't want to say downgraded, but changed. It's no longer a full-blown test. It's just the initiation into the school of thought. It's a puzzle. What makes me think that? What do you guys have in common other than your name? You're both dedicated Strange Landians. That's what. Oh, by the way, more sculptures. People have built more sculptures. We could take a quick look at these, I guess. We've already seen the skull and crossbones. This one's new. This is a desert snowman built by Athena. Cute. She melting. This is Liemval taking off. Built by Mirage. This is my neighbor. He's French. There is this guy. Don't Worry, Be Happy by Sabal. And this one over here. Healing Herb by Peter. It's got a red cross on there. Red cross is going to come after him. Let's see what people think of mine. I know people really hate these types of sculptures. So I probably got like eyesores. 6 eyesores. People are not a fan of my sculpture. 43 are. But I don't think they got the inside joke about Gertie. So they think I just did a tadpole sculpture. Alright, so this is what I'm building. One of these here. And where do I want to build it? I wish I didn't build that here at the end of the road. I think I'm just going to build this right next to mine. I think I'll be able to move it around. Projects, small construction site. I should be able to move it around, I think. You may not build this close to a road. Fine. Warning, this construction site will vanish in 2 hours. Okay, good. So you have to build a construction site, which is necessary for pretty much most decent-sized buildings. And there's a small construction site, and there's a big one, too. Projects. Tests. Thought. A night sky table. Alright, a clay lamp. Check. Dried papyrus. Check. Sharp sticks. Clay. Stone blades. Limestone, which was hell. And 30 rope. Bam! We got ourselves a night sky table, boys and girls. There we go. Am I allowed to move it? Utility. Reposition. Lovely. Put it right there. You can't move buildings that far. Quiet, you. Okay, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. Alright, so the way this test is we have to build a constellation of stars in this black pool. I have no idea what kind of liquid is in there. I'm not sure I want to know. And oh my god, it's been years since I've done this. You have solved the night sky table. You may now rate the design. What? Hold on. Pyramid, pentagram. What about the stars? Don't you have control over the stars? Or am I on crack? Like I said, it's been so many years since I've done this. Pac-Man, Pentagram, L block, kites. I'm a little confused. Like, how do the stars work? Animal husbandry warehouse. Okay, thank you, Amelia. See, look at this, dudes. This is. I'll show you guys how it works. So you got these stars. Can't I play it? Here you go. Play this table. So what you have to do is you have to cover up all these stars using these puzzle pieces. I don't think you can rotate them, can you? I don't know. Probably not that. That one makes the most sense. Can you rotate these? I don't remember. Maybe not. Can cover those two. Oh! That's gotta be right, right? Oh, this one over here in the corner. This stupid one in the corner. Alright. I'm gonna leave that one go for now. If I could rotate this, this should fit. I thought you could rotate these. Can I use the arrow key? No. Can I use WASD? Let's see. No. Right mouse, you can rotate or turn the puzzle over. I'm using right mouse. Oh! I was right. See? I knew you could rotate these darn things. Thank you, Amelia. I know I wasn't crazy for remembering it that way. Now just this one right here. And Chad says that you can rotate with the right mouse. Oh yeah. Thank you, Togus. There you go. You have solved the night sky table. You may now rate the design. Judge. This was exceptional. Okay, what was that? Oh, I recorded my judgment. Okay, good. See, so that's what I have to do. Now, I thought, as far as mine goes, the stars, how do I add the stars? Can I reset this crap? Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to tear down. No, I don't want to do that either. This is weird. Why does it keep saying you have solved the night sky table? You may now rate the design. Because I have no stars on here. Alright, hold on. I'm going to go to the wiki real quick. Add a star, a pinhole by left-clicking on the table. I did that, though. I did not do that, apparently. Oh my god. How do I get rid of a piece, though? How do I get rid of the piece? Remove a cloud by dragging it to the edge of the table. No. Once all the stars are covered, yeah. Remove a by right-clicking. Note you're allowed a maximum of 21 stars per table. Can I not remove these pieces? I'll work with it. Whatever. We'll do it live, right? Alright, so we'll put this guy up here. Stop it. And we'll put that there. Did that put a star underneath? It did not. Alright, we'll put that there. You gotta play the edges. That one's still showing. Or not. I can't tell. Alright, let's put one here as well. Okay. So let's... Oh, this thing is going to drive me up a wall. Let's get one in this corner here. And right there. There. Perfect. And let's go with like right there. I think we're only allowed like 21 stars. Alright, cool. Anything else interesting? What do we want to add here? A pet. This is a pet? Okay. So let's get him... First of all, I'm sick of this thing. Let's put one right there. Thank you. So let's put this, like, right there. Okay. And then let's put this, like, right here. Perfect. Now down here... I should change the default... Yeah, I should change the default location, shouldn't I? I kind of screwed up there. Let's go with, like, right here. So I'll put one there. Let's cover that thing up. And I can't place through here, I think I determined, right? Right, okay. So let's get an edge right there. Beautiful. Too much. Perfect. Alright, what else? We got a pentagram. I can call up the devil. A V-kite. A boot. I think this is the boot. I think. This is a V-kite. Oh, it's that thing. Alright. How about something like this? I went for supper. What'd I miss? I am making my night sky table. So what you do is you build a constellation of stars in these clouds that cover them. Oh, there's Amelia. Hey, Amelia. What? She dropped a bug for me. Planes. Thank you, Amelia. Okay, I want to get inside the stupid thing. Hold on. There you go. All right, so let's put a star like right here. Okay. And then let's put one there. And then the final one Here. I don't know if that worked. It did! Great! Okay, do I want to put any more? I think this is good. Maybe I could put like a little one down here. Pyramid 1. So we'll put this guy like right here. So right there. And right here. Perfect. I'm done. Open judging. So this is what people see. And quite frankly, this is not a very good one. Quite frankly, you could probably solve this in more than one ways because I didn't really think it out a whole lot. But whatever. All of the above or solve 3 recent winning night sky tables. Oh. I didn't know that you could do that. I'm gonna leave this up. I think I can pass the principles if I tear this thing down. I don't want to tear it down though. You missed me yearning for your sweet embrace. Oh my god, Talkus. Alright, well, I am pretty sure there are several night sky tables over this way. Let's go solve a couple. I mean, solving these things aren't really my thing. There are other puzzles in this game that are more fun, I feel. But they're not in the game yet. We haven't unlocked them. Everybody's still hunting the gazelle? I made constellation. Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure I saw some of these things up here. What are my cicada points looking like? 7653. Okay, and I still got my 2 cages out there. I should get a point. I think the points will go out. Wait, how long did that say? 16 hours ago? Alright. So at like 2 a.m. my time. So I'll wake up to a speed point tomorrow. Probably not 2, just 1. But still, that'll be nice. Faster travel on road. Does it say how many are still in the cages? No, unfortunately it does not. I believe if you walk over to it, though, you can look, but I don't want to do that because I don't want people to see me near it, because that will just get them curious, looking like, why is he over there? Because I put mine in some pretty peculiar places. Principle of thought when passing is a level. Yeah. It's a level. Reset this puzzle and play it. Okay, let's play this person's puzzle. And there's lots of different types of puzzles like this throughout the game. So if you like puzzles, this game's got some stuff for you. There we go. What do we got here? This guy's got like an infinity sign. Ooh. There we go. No problem. Solved! Alright, let's judge this. Who owns this? Kandar. Oh, he's a new player. This one was good. I solved it too quickly, and I'm not very good at these things. That's impressive, though, that he's new and he's already got one of those up. That's pretty impressive. Alright. What do we have here? I'm not allowed to use this? he doesn't have it done yet or something. Oh, I think these people are still setting theirs up. Okay. Let's go play this one then. It's a smiley. Oh boy. Alright, well this thing obviously should go down here. Can I, how many can I get? Maybe it's as easy as that? It is. Okay. Smiley face. Alright, this one was good. So, all about Orsol 3 recent winning night sky tables. Oh, winning! So this isn't going to apply to me at all. In fact, I just ruined any chances I had at passing that. Alright, well, whatever. Still under developing? A happy night sky. Where am I going? Oh, let's go back into town. I wanted to check something real quick in town. What's going on in chat? At this point in the game, structure repair is more expensive than the things you want to repair. Yeah. No point in getting structure repair or maintenance right now. Oh, this is new? No, it's not new. I saw this one. So this is Coconut Mount, now in the item shop. 600 perk points. You guys want to ride a coconut? A la Monty Python? The Night Sky I tried playing was still being developed. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play it later when they're done. Oh, that's the new faction thing. I mean, it looks good, but I don't think I wanna get a fancy. I mean, I've already got fancy things. But I don't like them. Where in the hell is it? No. Oh my god, I don't remember. Chat? No. Special? Show details of my level, cornerstones, title, information. No. Oh! I never showed you guys my wine book. So I've got a wine book here. And this doesn't really do anything right now, obviously, because we don't have winemaking yet. But once we get winemaking, we keep this wine book log here. And in order to fill out your wine book, you need a sampling of 28 different wines. 14 of them have to be high alcohol wines. 14 need to be good quality wines. And 7 need to be vintage, older wines. I don't remember how it calculates vintage. Are these the new banners? These are the new banners, huh? Personally, I like the Mesh Wishes logo better. A powerful banner. This is a faction banner. Ownership by Mallard. Utility. Turn on verify, take all. Man in the Elder is online. Yeah. How do you get those? I don't remember how you get those stupid chat or the name bubble thingies, the fancy ones. It's somewhere in here. Chat related interface. I don't know, but I got access to like 4 or 5 different ones, and I don't know. They stick out way too much for me. I'm just sticking with the little plain old name. Hey everybody, Princess went on a potty break. She has no idea that all you guys know about her potty break now. Alright, I wanted to check this place out and see what's left as far as research goes. This game should implement the test of the mantis. Tell me, Tulkus, do praying mantises live in Egypt? Like the horse appearance tab. Yeah, like that. Do you remember how to change those, Melia? I don't. So this is a planning application. Apply for a building permit to construct a or modify a faction-owned compound. Which is weird because I could have sworn we've already done this. But apparently not. I could have sworn we did. And what else was there? Banner construction. This is so we can make those sexy banners. So 450 linen, which is the elder gave, the high elder gave to us. Oh my god, look at all that wood. The boards are a bigger nightmare than the wood. Oh my god, all those stone blades needed to make that many boards. Ugh, that's worse than the rope. Rope flax can be a little bit of a pain, but in my opinion, 700 or 7,500 boards is awful. And pulleys, I can't even make pulleys. Somebody obviously can though. There's Amelia's house, by the way, guys. She lives like right here in town. Click self and click appearance editor. It's in here? You're right, it is in here. Okay. I'll show you guys what the bubbles are. So this is like the standard chat bubble. This thing above my head. It's got this off-white background. If you went blank, it gets rid of that and it's just your black text. And the black text can be difficult to see on some backgrounds in here, so I like to use the little off-white background. And as you can see, most other people do as well. The presence of Horus, which is nice and simple. The presence of Isis. That one's a little loud. The presence of Osiris. Even louder, but prettier. And this is the scholar of the land. It's pretty, but it's loud. It's like when you're in a group of people and a whole bunch of people have this thing, it's obnoxious as all hell. So I like to keep it simple and not stick out too much. Uh-oh, system chat. Let it be known that Juniper shall now be known as the Pharaoh's Angler, with 112 fish caught. Alright, looks like we got an angler fight. Praying mantises should live in Egypt, but do they? It's basically a big hat, says Melia. Yeah, it basically is. Really, Talkas, they do? Praying mantises are in Egypt? Oh, in our hearts. Oh, God. I don't know. I mean, obviously you're not going to see praying mantises live in the desert, but along the Nile? Is it possible? I don't know. Ancient Egyptians believed certain insects, such as the praying mantis, acted as guides along one's journey into eternal life. So they did have praying mantises. That is interesting. Yeah, those Egyptians, they had high opinions of various strange creatures. I did that one. Never mind. I was gonna play that one. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't reset these. Or wait a minute. Never mind. I didn't play those. Those don't need to be reset. I've been logging altars and other various places, and then I've completely forgot that there's a cap, and the cap is outrageously small. Because you can add like manually little landmarks in the map, and it's capped at 28. Which stinks because I wanted to put all my altars in here, but I can't. I don't know how many altars there are in Egypt, but if I were to guess, I'd say there's probably around 100. So that kills that idea. It's a good thing I've also been keeping them in a spreadsheet. That will come useful later on. That's not me, it's from a quick Google search. Huh, either way, it's good to know. Where I grew up, we used to get praying mantises and stick bugs all the time. We always marveled at stick bugs. They were amazing. Praying mantises too, but stick bugs were, we just, I don't know, we always thought they were pretty crazy how much they looked like a twig. And fireflies, of course. I wonder if I made mine too difficult. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give it a day. I could probably change it after the fact, I would assume. I'm going to check our bees. I don't think it'll harm anything if we check our bees. So I'll give it a day and see if anybody's beaten it. I don't have a good judgment on whether one's difficult or not while making it. I have no idea. Bees! Check the apiary for a queen. No signs of a queen. Yeah, I didn't think so. Sand. I was thinking of making guild halls for like my Twitch URL. Because when you look at someone at their guilds, they show up in a list like this. So if someone clicks on me, they'd be able to see maybe like twitch.tv/FixerTV. I don't know. I wonder if that would look completely ridiculous. Maybe I should do that right now. I don't know where I would build them. I don't want to build them on the road. I would build them, I don't know, somewhere around here. Although guild halls aren't exactly cheap right now. They cost canvas, which are a little too pricey for me. Alright. What do I have next? Projects. Pottery wheels. I don't need pottery wheels right now. I can't make them anyways because I don't have access to a rock saw. What is rock saw construction? Hold on, let me check that. Because that would be pretty nice to have. 10 flint. Oh my god. How much flint do I have? Oh, I got 8 on me. Do I have any stashed anywhere? No. But I can grab 2. How much does it cost to build? 15 leather. I don't have that. 100 oil. I don't have that. And 12 flint. Oh my god. Stuff's so expensive. So the poopy thing about flint is that you can only get flint as a random drop while plucking clay. And I've been digging up a lot of clay the past 2 days, and I have not been getting a lot of flint. People are still going after that gazelle. And I've been trying really hard not to put any grindy stuff on stream for you guys, so you get to see the more interesting things. But this stuff it can get borderline grindy. I don't think I have anything else I can show ya. Hold on. Beekeeping, obelisk construction. No, I can't even build an obelisk anyways. It's too expensive. What else did we unlock? Stone masonry. Dowsing, blah, blah, blah. You have flint and oil if I need. Oh, no, it's okay, Amelia. I couldn't build a rock saw right now anyways. You know what I haven't done is I haven't seen a University of Progress yet. I think there's one near me. Hold on. Near, quote unquote, near. There's one in this desert, I think. Can I... Let's get rid of all the schools, this, and that. Only universities. Here we are. Right there. That is a wee bit of a walk. Not too bad, though. Are there any others? I could have sworn I had 2 of them on my map. I went to the dentist and slept. He give you good drugs, Falcus? Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to head to the University of Progress. Oh, I still got cuttable stone on me. I need to dump that off. And hopefully we can run into an otter or something. Stash those stones. Stash the clay. Otter, I'm going to need about 30 boards. So... let's just take most of my slate. Oh my god. And I'll take 30 wood. So maybe we can catch us an otter today. That would be pretty cool. I don't know what I'm streaming tomorrow night. I'm not going to be streaming A Tale in the Desert tomorrow night. Don't worry. I know I've streamed an awful lot of this past week, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. But for my regular Friday stream, I'll try something different. I just don't know what yet. In fact, hold on. Let's see if there's anything new. Available to me. What is this? Villages. Alright, hold on, guys. Is there anything on here you guys can't see? Let's change that. Good enough. It's a game that combines interesting mechanics from many other sandbox games and aims to let players face a variety of gameplay and scenario by conducting a few basic rules. This looks like a My Summer Car type thing. I don't know, it looks weird. I only have one rule, you have to wait. This guy's Finnish. I can tell by his name. There you go, Talkus. There's a Finnish dude. Or dudette. I don't know, that's a weird looking game. We're looking for something for Friday. Crazy Dreams, the best of. What is this? A platformer. I don't really do platformers. Visual Out. What's this? Hold on, I'm gonna mute the game real quick. Blah, 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 blah. And the music. What do we got here? Well, this is weird. Platforming stuff. I don't like platformers. They gotta blow me away in order for me to try them. It sucks, man. I didn't qualify for Surviving Mars. I would have loved to have gotten a key for that. But no, I do not qualify. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Refresh. Denoku, Prince Game Studio. Little puzzle game, nope. Super inefficient golf. Amodi and I looked at that. We were going to consider for Strangelands Cup, but it's single player only, so no bueno. No bueno. Trapper's Delight. We did that one. Blah, 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 blah. In Celebration of Violence. What is this? Let's watch the trailer. I have so many tabs open. Now, look at what I have down here. Each one of these has about that many tabs open. I multitask way too much. This looks cute. Oh my god, look at that sword. What? Oh, look at all the blood. Something I would stream, but it looks cute. And Celebration of Violence. I need to see what other games this guy has done. It's just this one. That's $8. That's reasonable. Anyway, we're looking for something. We're basically right now, in case you're just joining us, we're looking for a game to play on tomorrow's stream before I continue with A Tale in the Desert. Arena Gods. I saw this earlier and this was interesting. I don't know if this would look good on stream though. It's not in English. That's loud. I don't know. This is like a painting game? What? Is this is like their own video player? It's kind of jank. It's not playing. Anyways, I liked some of the art in it, but it's not in English. Oh, look at, there's English there. I bet you the translation's awful though. What else we got? I'm gonna check this one as well, and probably that one. Lil Arena. Grood, go fight them all. Basic shoot 'em up. I don't like shoot 'em ups. Sprout Up. Monster Kitchen. What is this? It's a mobile game. Duped. Witch Hunt by Andrei Vincevich. Horror-themed hunting game that takes place in the 18th century. Main focus of the game is on exploration, non-linearity, and atmosphere. Witch Hunt features RPG elements. Have I looked at this? Have we looked at this before? We've looked at this before. Never mind. You're super inefficient. Golf. Wizard of Legend. 2D dungeon crawler. Not my thing. Siege Saga. Is this a potential Strangelands Cup game? I think it is. Build for. I wonder how many people can play it. Protect your king. Alright. Uh-oh. This looks more single player now. So you're basically the pigs in Angry Birds. Okay, now those are pretty adorable. It's like single player though. Hold on. Is it really just single player? I think it is. It looks cute, but I wouldn't cover it if it's not multiplayer. It would say multi... Is it Sega? Thought I saw Sega. Saga. It would say multiplayer probably right there at the top. Whatever. It looks cute though. I like those little dragon flying things. The Book of Nanui has been stolen, plunging the kingdom into chaos. Let's see what this is. You're a little ninja. Civ 5 for Strangelands Cup. Isn't Civ 5 a long game? It's an interesting art style. But beat 'em up type games aren't my thing. Book of Demons, early access. I've looked at that one before. Guppy, Strike Force Kitty. What the hell is this? Single player. It's local. Is this couch co-op probably? Yeah. Alright, I've already seen all those. Alright, how about this? I'm still waiting for Fen to come out. It's not out yet. Past Gear, Dead Dozen. This is a new one. 1993, a strange group of 12 people is entrapped by a mysterious force inside the abandoned Soviet research base deep in Siberia. It is a multiplayer action horror game where you turn into a ghoul after your death as a human. Loot, barricade, and cooperate when you play as a survivor to infiltrate. Blah blah blah. I got the hiccups, guys. Sorry. Is there no trailer for me? Can I look this up on Steam? Oh, this came out, what, today? Ooh, it's getting slammed. I'm gonna check. I don't like Steam's browser. It's always crap. I'm gonna check it anyway, though. Siberia, winter 1993. You're taking too long. Give me action. Oh. Put some audio. This is more 80s music instead of 93. Worldwide Geographic? Either way, this is not gameplay. I want to see gameplay.
And so on.
It looks like they're trying to go for a Tarkov feel. Is it, well, are those players or all those mobs? I think there's both. Yeah, I don't know. I'll pass. That doesn't. Synthetic. What's this? Two-player online co-op. Well, at least it's online co-op, but it's only 2 players. We need 4 players. Far Out. Settlements. The Lone Chameleon. What the hell is this? This came out in February, though. Grid-based. 2D puzzle. Control 4 characters with unique abilities. It's kind of neat, but I don't think that's something I would stream. That's it about as far as games I have access to right now. Nothing super exciting except for Surviving Mars, but I don't qualify for it. Yeah. Anyways, I'll find something to stream tomorrow. Hold on, I need to go back to game capture so as not to lag. And we need audio. Perfect. Melia's giving you 10 wood. Thank you, Melia. A bull? Did you tip a bull yet? I tipped a bull, yes. I haven't been able to find a cow, though. Just bulls. I found 4 bulls. Sheep near me? What? Is there sheep? Where are the sheep? There's actually a decent amount of sheep that spawn in these grassy areas. Like, them tabs. Yes, I have lots and lots of tabs open. Tabs for days. I know a lot of people see that and they kind of freak out. A lot of people can't handle so many tabs. It's stressful. I know the feeling. I understand. I feel your pain. Like right through here, there's been pretty good sheep spawn so far this tale. Check my inventory. Oh, You placed the actual sheep on me. There's a sheep, guys. I'm too heavy now, though. I can't move anywhere. There's a public slaughterhouse over here. 9 stone blades. You don't have to do that, Amelia. Thank you. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm not strong enough to carry 3 sheep. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put him on the ground. Try to. There's a public pen around here, Amelia. Male sheep. Can I drop one on top of the other? Are they okay? They're okay. Yeah, over here is a public pen. It's like right up across the street. I'm gonna build me my own pen probably tomorrow, so I don't have to walk all the way over here. But I don't have any. I got one onion seed. Where is it at? Do I still have it on me? I think I may have stashed it. I don't remember what type of seed it is. But I got 1 onion seed. Still, that's not enough to make enough onions to feed sheep, right? Poke a sheep. Click post and her to put in pen. Yeah, I've killed a few of these already in here. Put the sheep in the pen, and you guys can see the sheep out front. This is this guy's private pen. This is a public pen. This is their camels as well. Do they actually have camels? They got. Oh my god, they got 5 camels. Ugh. All right, let's slaughter this guy. Sorry, buddy. Your days are numbered. Did she? I think she just put a sheep in here too. Let's slaughter him as well. Bye-bye. What did I get? What kind of bug was that? A white sawfly? That must be something unique to killing sheep. That's gross, actually. How much wood did this stuff give? I've got... Oh, a ringed wasp? I'm getting bugs all over the place. 27. Yeah, these are 5 wood. This is actually a good wood run. What is this? A spiked fish tree? I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. Alright, let's head back and grab the other sheep. Dromedary pen you need to build on sand? Yeah. I'm not sure where I would build it. Maybe over here. But yeah. So the way camels work, in case you guys don't know anything about camels, you build a camel pen, and it's got to be on sand, and you stuff it full of straw. And the person whose camel pen has the most straw when a camel spawns, which I don't know, is it daily? I think it might be daily. The pen with the most straw gets the camel. So it's kind of like a blind auction type thing, right? Oh, did you grab the other sheepy, I guess? Thank you. But that only gets you 1 camel. So you run into the problem then that you need a second camel to mate with the first one. And they eat the straw, so you got to keep on packing straw in there. And then once again, you have to have the pen with the most straw on the land to attract a second camel. And the crappy thing about it is you're not guaranteed to get a camel of the opposite sex. I don't know if it's like a 50-50 chance. It probably is. But I've had times where I got a few camels of the same sex in a row, and you obviously you want to get separate sexes so you can actually breed the camels, and you slaughter them, get all their leather and whatever else they produce, oil probably. I don't remember. What was I doing? Putting this stuff in here. My food. I'm in the wrong box. Look how much grass I have, guys. 1,000 grass. I gotta turn that into hay, straw. Alright. Put my insects in here. Look at all these insects I have. I should do some fishing. Put my mutton in here. My medium stones. A wool. Leather, oil. I didn't have this last time either. I made a flint hammer and chisel. You guys didn't see that last stream. I used that to pick up the limestone, which is grindy. I did it all off stream. Didn't want to make you guys sit through that. Oh my god, I'm down to 3 shovels already. I made 10 shovels, and I participated in 3 digs, and now I'm down to 3. Ifix, longtime fan of your YouTube channel, just wanted to let you know I've been really enjoying ATITD streams. Kagemni. Kagemni? Kagemni. Thank you, man. This is the first time you've watched ATITD stuff? Oh, hey, Dark Knight, what's going on? Thorn and threads for camels. Oh, thank you, Amelia. You didn't have to do that. But thank you. Holy cow, Flint! Flint is such a pain to get. Unless you can do it while you're doing a dig. But if you're setting out to do flint, it's mind-numbing. Reminder, for those of you who don't know, the School of Art will give you some random type of seed, flax seeds, every 5 minutes or so. Is it random? Is it really? I didn't know that. I thought they gave you the same one per school. There is a flax seed that I don't have that I want to get. What's up with this game? Yeah, I heard about it for the first time through your channel. Ah. Yeah, it's free for the first 24 hours, so blah 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 blah. I still haven't put a command in there. I'm a bad streamer. Bad streamer. That should probably do it. I think that URL works. And you can download the client there, and it's free for the first 24 hours of gameplay. It's not 24 hours of real life, but it's actual gameplay. Old Dog, yeah. Do you have any Old Dog, Melia? What is old? I heard Old Dog is like, is it 1 weed and 1 water for 2 flax? Now that we have jugs, that sounds like it could be an easier option, right? You've tried it? You're 2 hours into the trial period? Oh, cool, cool, cool. Alright, so Dark Knight. The thing about this game, it's an MMO, but there's no combat in it. It's like a base building, crafting, exploration, resource gathering type game. And there's a lot of social aspects to it. And there's a whole bunch of different goals focused around things like architecture. Nile Green. I don't know if I had Nile Green. But Nile Green is just 1 flax, isn't it? At least it was in previous tales. I don't remember. So there's goals in the discipline of architecture. There's art and music, the human body, which is mostly exploration, harmony, leadership, thought, and worship. And these are basically different ways to help you guide you into how you want to play the game, because there's many different ways on how to play the game. Yeah, Nile green is 1 water, 2 weedings, 2 flax. But that's not as good as Symphony Ridge Gold. Symphony Ridge Gold is 3 weedings and 2 flax. You don't have to deal with water. Right? If I remember correctly. Wish you'd known about the game back when you had time to burn. Yep. So for me, obviously this takes place in Egypt. This is the Nile here. I live right on the Nile. I got me this little base with all my little tools in here. Like these distaffs here, these help me spin twine and thread that I can use into making other goods, things like that. But there's lots of other crazy things in here too, like beetles. I'll drop one of these. Beetles, which you can breed with each other, and their designs on their skin will change. You can keep bees. You can build a vineyard and make wines. You can make beer. There's over 100 little systems in the game if you want to do a whole bunch of different things. A little bit of something for everybody. But soon it will all change. Players want to manipulate seeds. Yeah, so there's crossbreeding and like mutagenics. So we could take things like growing flax and vines for grapes, and we can mess with their DNA, I guess you could say, and change the way they produce flax and grapes and whatnot. Make it more efficient. We can intelligently select. I am in bad need of a drink, guys. Hold on. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, Dark Knight. This game was started around in the late 90s, and the first tale happened in early 2000s. And when I say first tale, it's because this game actually has a beginning and an end. Despite it being an MMO, it has an ending. And this is the 8th iteration of the game. And it started 2 weeks ago, and it's supposed to last 18 months, at which point it ends, and then it starts over again. And the ultimate goal, is for people in the game to cooperate, work together, form the perfect society, and build the 7 monuments. I think it's still 7. Is it 8 now? I don't know. It might still be 7. And build the 7 monuments at the end of the game. So it's all about the journey. Well, for most people. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was doing before this. Where were we going to go? We were going to go somewhere, right? Was it to the University of Progress? And then I got distracted? Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was getting ready to have the necessary tools to build an otter, or not an otter. Hold on. I needed boards, which I got in case we find an otter. And I got rope, and I need a canvas. Is my stuff broken? No, it's fine. That's more rope. Oh god, look at all that twine. Alright, make a canvas. Cool. I didn't grab it. I think I got everything, because we're going to go on a little trip. Let's close that out. I'm going to get the wood. Carving tinder. I think we need tinder. And I don't need the flax seeds with me on this trip. Where are my flax seeds at? In there. Let's dump those in there. Stone blades. I don't need those right now. Slate. I don't need my slate shovels either. I'm trying to minimize my inventory here. 142 bulk. Oh, the flint. Thanks to Melia. And grass. I don't need grass. Where did I have my backup grass? Here's straw. Let's put it in there. I think that's it. I don't need the cactus sap. How many jugs do I have on me? 10. That's good enough. Cool. I think I'm going to go to the University of Progress because I have not been there yet. It's all the way over here, and we are right there. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm going to see what options there are when I click on it and things like that. I just want to check it out. So we're going to go across the desert here. Maybe go up here? I don't know. Because, in case I find any cicadas. In fact, options, toggle UI. Let's get rid of... Where is the clock toggle? I thought it was under toggle UI. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nope, nope. Where's that silly clock toggle? Who is this? Yarnheim. Sure. Give you a signature. What else you got? Anything else you need? I've already introduced myself. Oh, I've met this guy apparently. No problem. See ya. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of my clock up here. There's a way to do it easily, I just don't remember what it is. One click? Not one click. Little window. Get rid of clock. There we go. I don't want, in case people are watching the stream who play the game, I don't want them to see where I'm going if I run into a cicada. Hi-yo. I got company. Can you see cicada cages, or will you always hear them first? I usually hear them first. I guess it's... Sorry, no intro available, Yarnheim. Oh, that's Emilio. Does this guy need it? Oh, he does. Charges into your compound demanding leadership signatures. There we go. I got everything for this dude. No problem. Take care. Alright, Amelia, I am off. I am going to the University of Progress. I don't know how far you can see cicada cages visually. I usually hear them first. Every now and again, I think I do see them before I hear them. But, I don't know. So far, this tail I found, I want to say, how many do I have in my hand? I found 14. Because I got 2 cages myself, and it costs 7 per cage. So, and I don't have any on me. So I found 14 so far. Is this my 3rd tail? No. I played in beta. And beta lasted a few years, if I remember correctly. I played in tail 1. A decent amount. I played in tail 2, but not for long. I played in tail 3 for a very long time. That's the most I've ever played in this game, was tail 3. I played in tail 4 for a very brief amount of time. And we're talking, I'm not even sure I lasted more than a month. I didn't play 5 or 6. I came back and played 7, and I played tail 7 for about a month or 2. Maybe 2 months. My problem, and this is a problem a lot of people have, my problem is I don't know how to regulate myself when I play this game. I play it a lot when I get into it. And I'm not very good at regulating, like, alright, time to shut it off, let it do its thing. I don't need to play it right now. I just want to play, work, do tests, have fun. Were there reasons for dropping out of those tails early? Those were most of the reasons. Self-regulation. I am very bad at it. You're off? Okay. Alright, I'm not going to follow the roads. I think I'm just going to split out this way. Yeah. This guy's building all these here to mark his territory. This is what the Perk Point compound looks like. I might get that. When you pre-order, when you buy like 6 months at a time, you get perk points which you can spend on cosmetic items. This is one of them. So you have either the compound like this, which is ugly. Not ugly, but relatively speaking to that, is very bland. What the hell's that? I don't think I've seen that before. So I guess you wouldn't know much about this personally? About what? But from what you've seen, are relatively casual players able to progress well enough throughout a tale? Alright, yes. The answer is yes. The short answer is yes. Now, there are mechanics in the game One specifically that benefits casual players. Offline chores. So, you accumulate certain resources while you're offline. Which means if you are a casual player, you are probably offline more than others, which means you can gather these resources more than others. And these are generally valuable things. Grass, onions become very valuable. Wood, you don't really need to do it. Slate, oh my god, yes. So, the more you're offline, the more you're going to collect of these resources. That's the benefit casual players. So there's that. I mean an hour or 2 day max. Yeah. If you are able to not get caught up with keeping up with the Joneses, right? Oh, this is a pyrotechnic stadium. I remember these. If you're able to not get caught up with trying to keep up with the Joneses, then yes. It's fireworks, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen one. If you're able to accept that you're not going to be the first to do anything, then you should have no problem. There's also another thing that people do, and I'm guilty of it as well, is there's so much to do in this game that it's pretty much impossible for one person to do all the things. If you want to do all the things, that will lead to burnout. It'll lead to very time-consuming gameplay. So you gotta pick and choose what you want to focus on. Some people will go into a tale and they'll say, well, I want to do winemaking. I want to grow my own vineyard. I want to make my own wine. I want to perhaps keep my own bees. I want to do citrus gardens and things like that. So some people will go into it with a focus. Other people like me just goes in and it's like, I want to do all the things. And that's usually bad. It doesn't end well for people like me. It seems there are quite a few things that require you to be on at specific time. Is that accurate? Maybe. There are some things that may require that. There are... Yeah, but I wouldn't say you would miss out on too much because of it. Talkus likes his stories. And he doesn't realize that not everybody is a storyteller. Yeah, that's what people do, is they'll try to do every discipline, and I'm guilty as hell. I do it as well, man. I can't control myself. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with everybody else. Because I find them all interesting. Maybe it's just as simple as that. I find most of them interesting, I should say. There are a few in here that I probably wouldn't mind skipping. But if you're able to hold back and say, you know what, I don't have to do that, then absolutely, you could play casually. Think end of the first tale. Yeah, I have a video up that shows you what the fireworks look like in this game. I don't want to follow this road exactly. I'm going to walk a little beyond it. Let's go this way. But yeah, in the pyrotechnic field, you get judged on your fireworks. But yeah, I admit, man, it's really hard to regulate yourself. It really is. If you can do it, casual is no problem. In fact, if I were to go like super casual, I think I would focus on vineyards and winemaking, because I find that to be really interesting and fun. Growing vines, growing grapes in various places around the countryside, looking for different flavors, producing wines at different vintages, and I don't know. It's a really neat system. And if I were to like go super casual, that would probably be the system I would focus on. And there's beer that's pretty similar. I like the winemaking better than the beer, though. You'll definitely play out the rest of the trial period and see what you think. Cool beans. Yeah, it's neat because it's 24 in-game hours. So it's a decent amount of time to kind of get a feel on whether you're going to like the game or not, right? All right, I'm gonna close the map because I don't want my coordinates to be seen. So in case I do run into something important, people won't be able to snipe it. When I go on runs throughout the desert like this, where there's nothing to do but running, I like to sharpen sticks or shred wood into tinder, because these are things that are needed for research, various researches, and all they do is cost wood. So I like to do that while I'm running around. These are random plants right in the middle of the desert. I definitely cannot wait until we can improve our off-road speed. I believe it's Acrobat that does that. This is the Acrobat, which we don't have yet. So the Acrobat, to enhance your dexterity, train by seeking out masters in 28 moves. You will master a single move immediately and may teach others. Yeah. You manage to hold yourself back enough to play through most of the tale. I hope you'll keep streaming it periodically. Yeah, I hope so too. Both streaming and videos. I've already got an idea for a video that I want to do next. Well, I want to do a video where that helps people decide what to do, right, once they get off Welcome Island. That seems to be a problem a lot of people have if they're new to the game. You finish the tutorial, which, by the way, is very long, right? It takes, what, an hour to get off Welcome Island? Plus, if you're not like, knowledgeable, it could take an hour and a half of figuring shit out. And then once you get off Welcome Island, you're thrown on the mainland, and you're like, oh, what do I do next? I have no idea what to do. So I would like to do a video to kind of like answer that question, give people options. Well, you can find where you want to live, you can build your compound, you can visit these schools and these universities and whatnot. So I'd like to do a video like that, but I also want to do a faction video, like a propaganda video. I thought that would be kind of funny to do a propaganda video for my own faction. Took you almost 2 hours and you even knew some stuff going in. Yeah, exactly. So if you know everything what you're doing, you could probably finish it in 45 minutes. But if you don't, then that tutorial can take an awful long time. Even if you don't end up playing it, you'd love to see the tale progress. Yeah, that's the other thing. I've heard that a lot. Some people who are like, well, I just don't have the time to put into a game like this, or the money, because it's $12 a month, right? And not everybody's got the funds for something like that. But they still want to see what's going on. You know, it's interesting. But yeah, a propaganda video, that would be cool. I'm not sure how I go about that. Showing people happy playing in our region. I need a good track for that. I don't know what kind of music I would use for that. I don't think I'd use my Turkish music that I've been using. I'd probably use something completely ridiculous that doesn't fit Egypt at all. Like a ukulele, like a happy ukulele song. Use a happy ukulele song for a Egyptian propaganda video. That'd be so obnoxious. Speaking of factions, I logged out right at the faction select. Yeah. You didn't know what faction to choose? It doesn't really tell you a whole lot about them, and it's both simple and complicated at the same time. So the game doesn't tell you. First of all, the game doesn't tell you much about factions at all. So they make it seem like an important decision yet give you no information. And I don't know about you, but a lot of people, me included, and a lot of people I know, don't like being cornered into making an important, uninformed decision, right? It isn't terribly important, is it? It is and it isn't. So, the main difference between the factions... I'm going to stop walking real quick. The main difference is geography. So, the Meshwesh, or whatever the hell they're called... Oh my god, I can't remember their name. They're located up here at the Nile Delta. The Hyksos, which is my faction, we're located in the middle. And the Kush are located in the south. That's the main difference between the factions. Now, the other difference is obviously people in the factions. If you have friends playing, you want to be in their faction. Over time, those differences are those factions are going to diverge a little bit. So there is a faction tech tree. And it's a tech tree, it's got branches, and there are mutually exclusive branches, I believe. So if you go down one branch, you can't go down another. And the faction elders will be the ones who dictate which tech tree you go down. And these tech trees are things like faster chariot travel and things like that. Or more frequent chariot travel, I think was one example that he gave us. So, over time, this faction might pick a tech tree that goes to the left. This one may pick a tech tree that goes to the right. And this one may pick one that goes up the middle. And as time moves on, they become more and more different. And then perhaps that might be important to you. Like, well, I like the tech tree that this faction chose. I want to be this faction. So eventually that will be the case. Right now, we don't even have the tech tree. We don't know anything in the tech tree, really. There's like nothing there. So we don't even know what's going to happen. Meshwish is right? Yeah. So to answer your question, it's not terribly important. No. But it can be. How do you become an elder? So I have this tab right here called Elder. You sign up for the test. And I was put in a room. The test started. I was put in a chat room with Zazamuk, Zamun, Krena, Lukira, Oblith, Ashley, and Mar. And so we have to chat with each other, and we have to determine which one of us will move on to the next round. And we do that by trying to convince each other that we're the best candidate to become elder. So I've got to convince those people that I feel I'm the best candidate. And then we vote. And I think if there's a tie, nobody goes. But if there is a clear-cut winner, then one person moves on to the second round, where you meet other people who also got voted into the second round. And this happens until there's one person left in your faction. That person becomes an elder. But if you're starting early, pretty much just geography and people can influence that decision. Absolutely. That's it. That's the only difference. Now, the reason why elders are important is because not just that they can dictate what tech tree that you're going to go down, which tech branch you're going to go down. Now, mind you, this is a new tech branch. All the old tech branches from the regular game, those are all the same. This is a new tech branch. But elders can also kick people from the faction, and those people cannot get back in. They get, I believe, 7 or 8 kicks. On the other hand, they can also invite people to the faction, and that comes from the same pool of kicks. So they get 8 actions of either kicking or offering someone to join. Thought I heard something. There's something over here. This looks like a large stone, though. Yeah, that's a large stone. I can't pick that up. And propaganda, of course, yes. I've been kind of guilty of that in the Discord. It seems to be people like to choose a faction that is a little bit on the humorous side. So far, that's what it seems in Discord. So I'm not outright telling anybody to join my faction. I'm just giving them an incentive to do it. And of course, then you have the propaganda video that I'd like to do. Oh, I don't have faction chat right now. I forgot. So there's 50 regions in the game, and every Sunday, well, we believe every Sunday, this is not confirmed yet, every Sunday, these regions will choose which faction to back. And the way they choose is whichever faction gave them the largest tribute over the week. So Sunday that triggers, they join a faction. You can see this up here. Buhen is now supporting the Hyksos. Sirene is now supporting the Meshwesh, and so on. When this happens, your faction chat will become available in this region. If you're in a region not controlled by your faction, like I'm in right now, I don't get faction chat. So why is this important? The more regions that you have supporting you, the cheaper your research costs are at the universities. You hear it? Glad I don't have my map up, eh? Are the other factions cold and humorless? We joke about it. They're not, but we joke about it. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. $16.35. Okay. Are there any known discrepancies between the factions so far, population-wise or anything? Yes. The faction I am in has the largest population. I believe Kush, the one in the southern Egypt, has the lowest. When you go to leave the island, Welcome Island, and you get the option to choose a faction, whichever faction is auto-selected is the one with the smallest population. Despite Kush having the lowest population, they have probably the hardest workers as far as researching goes. So Kush they're no slouch, they're no pushover. They're researching their butts off. And we're not far behind, and neither is Meshwesh. It seems to be pretty balanced so far. Kush is ahead of everybody, though. They are a little bit ahead. You were actually considering joining Kush without knowing anything. There's a medium stone out here. So there is one disadvantage that, well, there's a couple disadvantages that Kush has. So Kush has large regions. I'm not going to show you the map right now. Kush has large regions, which means it takes longer for them to go through such said regions. And which means it takes longer for them to give tributes to regions. Whereas in the north, Meshwesh, all the regions are small. So Meshwesh has it easier when it comes to giving tribute, and Kush has it hard. They're objectively disadvantaged, in my opinion. At the same time, we are in the middle, and some people feel that that puts us at a disadvantage because we have the Kush pushing on our side on the bottom, Meshwish pushing on us from the top, whereas Kush only has to deal with people above them. And people feel that's a disadvantage, and I'm not sure that it is. I think that we have it pretty good, honestly. But absolutely, Kush does have a disadvantage being in the south, as far as regions go. And there's always these random weird things in the middle of the desert. What resource is that, anyways? Is that even anything? I think that just might be... Oh. I don't know what that is. It's like road or something. Sounds like gravel, like road. Is it the monolith? It's too gray to be the monolith. I'm not touching it. There's a few of them out here. I'm not expecting to see anything at this, by the way. We're walking all the way over here pretty much for nothing, because I know I'm not going to be able to do anything there. I just want to know what it looks like, so when I see one, I'll know what it is. And I also want to see what kind of menu system it has, because I don't know. This is the first... I thought I heard more. This is the first tale with factions, right? So people are figuring out what that means for gameplay. Yep. So the game has new ownership. I don't want to say ownership. The Tale has been licensed to a new developer, because the old developer was having issues with the game being profitable. Because let's face it, this is super niche. This game is super niche, man, and it doesn't make a whole lot of money. And I don't know what his situation is or anything like that, but he couldn't continue the Tale. In fact, he was considering closing the game down completely. And the community got together and they discussed various ways that they could continue the game, like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter, things like that, to help it out. Those ultimately, obviously, were not done, and the game ended up getting licensed to someone else. Now, the person it got licensed to was a player. It's not like a dev that knows nothing about the game. It was not just a player, but a very knowledgeable player, which is probably the best thing that could have happened for the game, other than a huge influx of money, right? Because what the game needs, when you get right down to it, it's super niche, but even being super niche, it's on a 20-year-old proprietary engine. And you can't attract people with these graphics. You're not going to attract new people, especially young people, with these graphics. You're just not. It isn't going to happen. Now, I've been playing this game for 20 years. These graphics don't bother me. I have full-blown nostalgia for this, man. Because this looked fine back in '99. But you're not going to attract new people. So this game needs to be put on a new engine. And you can't just take it and put it on a new engine willy-nilly. It's not magical. It's got to be rebuilt from the ground up. And at that point, you're talking, $100,000, $200,000. So if this game is to survive and grow, that's ultimately what it needs. It doesn't even need to be gorgeous, right? It's not like it needs to go on CryEngine. And I've talked about this a few times on my stream. It doesn't need to go on CryEngine, right? Unity's fine. The Spatial OS is fine. It doesn't need to be gorgeous. It can stay low poly. to make it resource friendly, right? You don't need a lot of power. Keep it low poly. You can get good low poly artists. That's all the game needs. That way it looks newer, it looks fresh, and it's easier to work with. Because it's on a modern engine, and there's more materials out there to learn about things like Unity. So that's what it needs, but that's a lot of money, and the game will never make that much money without a miracle happening. So it's a pipe dream, but one can hope. Oh, I broke my knife, and I didn't bring a backup knife. Did I? I did not. Damn it. Alright. When I first saw a video on this, your channel, I never would have thought it was a game that could hold my interest. Yeah, that's pretty much when you see it or hear about it, you know, a little bit about it, it just seems awfully weird, you know, and you wouldn't really think that. Yeah, I feel you. One cage destined to be filled with a cicada, one man combing the harsh desert alone, one dream to become the bug master, a tale in the desert fixer's story. It's fantastic. Coming March 2018. Oh, Gemini, normal age person. Yes, this game is generally filled with older people. I mean, they were generally in their 20s when this game came out in the late 90s and early 2000s, right? Well, shit, it's 20 years ago. So the player base is generally in their 40s, 50s, 60s, but there's a youngin' here and there. I sometimes crack jokes and people don't laugh at them. I'm one of the youngins. I'm the little shitlord, basically, of this community. So either my jokes are too young or they're just not funny, which is entirely possible. Maybe I'm just not funny. This is clay. Look at this. This is a Rayleigh oven heaven right here, man. Come back in 6 months and there'll be ovens over here collecting this clay, making them into Rayleigh tiles. It's a long walk. So what I generally like to do, because I like the exploration in this game. I like to walk around. I like the tests, the body tests that have you walk around a lot. And what I do is I'll put on a movie or a TV show, like Stargate. Perfect TV show for this, right? Click on the horizon, press play, and I just come back here, click on the horizon, click this cicada, click that, whatever. And I watch while I'm running. That's generally what I like to do. Of course, you have to be careful because you don't want it too loud so that it's louder than the cicadas. But at the same time, sometimes you'll watch a show and there's a noise in there that sounds a little bit like a cicada. And you get a lot of false alarms. So I'm guessing most of the longtime players were used to living in one spot each tail and just stuck with whatever faction got that territory. I would say probably yes. A lot of these players probably chose places based on where they wanted their base. And where they wanted their base, often, not always, but often probably was dictated by previous tales. How long will you walk unattended in one horizon click? I don't know. Let's find out. There we go. Press play. Probably a minute. Because we're about halfway there and we're at 30 seconds, so it's probably a minute. This game with those low poly graphics you showed the other day would be beautiful. Yeah, I'm all about that, man. That artist, oh my god. That would be my dream come true for this game. Put it in Unity with that dude's art. Yeah, that'd be good. Seem like that's quite a ways. Yeah. 1 minute exactly. Oh, okay. Also, did you hear that noise? So there's an ambient soundtrack for this, right? There are noises that happen in the background. There's wind. There's creatures of all different kinds, and one of them is kind of like a cicada sound, and it's a false alarm every freaking time. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, cicadas. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a voting booth. That poppin'. Is that something I can forage? It might be. Let's check it out. There's another voting booth. I never got too much into foraging. Nope, never mind. So I'm not very good at spotting them. I think we need to go over here. Probably right there, I would assume. Alright. There would have to be a pseudo cicada sound, yeah. It's annoying. Here's an altar. Alright, hold on. I've been keeping track of these altars because you need them for a test later on. So I've been writing down all the coordinates. Hold on. Oh, for Pete's sake. I've never been in this region before. Never even heard of it. Oh boy. Are you serious right now? It's up in here? How the hell do you even get up there? Maybe up here. Actually, there's no point in hiding my coordinates at this point. I mean, people know where this is. And no one's going to hide a cicada near here. Because this is actually a place people are going to travel to. How do I get up there? Wonder if I could have gotten up over there. This part can be kind of frustrating for me. Some of the walking on mountains being too steep. Some of them that don't appear too steep, like this. And they are. Ugh. Shit! How am I supposed to get up there? I have to go all the way over here? Oh my god. It's not really detracting from the experience that I have coordinates, yeah. I'm not too worried about this, though, because everybody knows that this thing exists. So people know where I am just by watching my stream. And nobody in their right mind is going to place a cage near here because this place gets traffic. So if you place a cage near here, you pretty much deserve to lose it. No! Oh, I got my faction chat. Someone's planting papyrus. I've been having bad luck with papyrus. My yields have been bad. I've seen other people have great yields so far. Someone said they had 14 to 1. Several people said they were getting 9 to 1 or 10 to 1. And so far, my best trip has been 5.5 to 1. So frustrating. So is there anything you absolutely should not do when founding your compound? Give people space, because compounds can grow massively. So give people a little bit of space. You want it by water. You want there to be sand and grass. Don't go to like an all grassy place because you're gonna need sand for various things. Clay, having clay nearby is good. You want trees nearby, not just any trees, because lots of trees all have different yields, right? Some of them only give you 1 wood, some give you 5 wood. So you want trees nearby, but not necessarily in your camp. You don't have to have them in your camp. There's a statue of Mantu. But at least nearby. So you can do wood runs. So this looks a lot like our Great Hall. It's our Great Hall, but thinner and with a wall around it. A little different. The Stranger's University of Progress. Your choices are limited. Choose wisely. What? So there's actually a menu system here. Hold on. I don't know how this works, by the way, so I got no idea. I know that we somehow like unlock tests here, something like that. Demonstrate requirements for test of the darkest night. You're not worthy to be tested at this time. Come back when the time is right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So when we are capable of demonstrating the requirements, which means these are basically like gateways. They're checks that are put in the game to make sure that the technologies are available for you to start a test. Basically, it's like a grocery list. It looks for specific items in your inventory, and it looks for skills, I believe. I wonder if it's all inventory based or skills. I don't remember. So it's doing this check, and if you pass it, then maybe it's as simple as that. I thought it would be a little bit more complicated. I don't know. Is this new to this tale? Yes. This thing here, this is new. It doesn't give me any information there, though. Learn, no technologies to learn. Yeah, it doesn't really explain anything. It just says demonstrate requirements. But still, that's more than what I knew before. Alright. We're gonna bolt. I'm gonna go straight east, I think. Nah, I'll move around. Is there an easy way? Can I think I could get off that way. Maybe right here. No! Oh, come on, don't make me go all the way around. Maybe here. Shoot! Alright, I'll go this way. As long as you have those resources nearby, then, are you free to build out in the middle of nowhere? Or can you really handicap yourself by being too far away from the population? Yes. You can handicap yourself, but some people like that. Some people like building out in the middle of nowhere. Now, with a large population, building out in the middle of nowhere is not as big a problem. The more people in the game, the further out you can build without it being too much of a problem. Because you have people nearby, perhaps, and you can trade with them. Is that a moat? There's a moat around this whole thing. Oh, no. I'm living in a highly populated area. In previous tales, I did not. But yeah, it's so much better being close to the population. If you want to make, especially if you're casual, you want to be close to the city, where people are, where schools are, where university is, all that stuff. That way you don't have to travel as far. If you live out in the boonies, then you're going to be spending time traveling, which, you know, time is the enemy of the casual player. Oh no, I won't be able to go through that. Maybe I can go across here. So while it's nice to be able to, like, live on your own, like in the middle of nowhere, you get like this huge, nice area to yourself, and all that jazz. In the end, this is still a social game. And you're going to want people to interact with in order to make trades and things like that. Especially when it comes to being casual, even if you're solo, you're always going to be behind as far as technologies go and skills. You're not going to be able to afford brand new skills because they're expensive. They usually use new expensive resources. So what you can count on as a casual solo player like me, I wouldn't call myself casual, but I am a solo player, is when you have communities that work together, they have public buildings. And these public buildings can give you access to machines that you otherwise would have been probably far away from being able to do. For instance, I've already run into situations like this. I am unable to make the items I need for a pottery wheel. And a pottery wheel lets you carry lots of jugs of water on you. And you only start with one. And having one jug of water is a pain in the butt when you want to do some things. Some things require using a lot of water. And you can't do it until you get a pottery wheel. And there's a huge bottleneck at the pottery wheel, a skill that's difficult to acquire. So instead of waiting for it, because at this point, I still wouldn't even be able to build a pottery wheel. I can't. Instead, someone else let me use theirs 2 days ago. Melia let me use hers 2 days ago. And those are the things that are important for a casual or solo player. That you can participate in a community to help you get access to these things. And of course, in turn, you know, instead of feeling like a mooch, you can help them pay for these things, right? There are some resources that you can pitch in and pay and help pay for some of this stuff. So as much as I'd like to have an area by myself, for my own sanity, I built in a populated area where I can participate in the community. I can donate stuff to guilds or research when I can, and I can use public buildings. Will it be pretty obvious from the map what you want to live near? Yeah. So you take the capital city. Let's put everything on the map. So you take a capital city. Ours is Avaris. Avaris, I don't know how it's pronounced. And you want to work your way out from there. You don't have to live right near it, but you definitely want to live within walking distance because they'll have chariots here. And chariots will let you fast travel throughout the map. Now, there are other chariots. Let's see. It's hard to see here, but these expedition sites, these help you fast travel as well. But yeah. You want to be near Avaris. So you start at Avaris, and you work your way out. You look for water. And you check the water areas, you check for what they have, sand or grass. So this whole area right here would be good for someone starting out in Hyksos. Some people are like down here. Some of our people. Because our home region is this. This is our home region. Which means your home region never changes hands throughout the tale. They're permanently yours. Whereas other regions can swap. And not only that, you need to keep in mind when you're choosing a region, if you choose a region outside your faction's home region and it switches hands, it goes to a different region, you are then subject to the laws of that faction. So building outside your region comes with a risk of you jumping back and forth between different laws being applied to you. Now, some people may find that exciting. I find that kind of terrifying. I don't want to deal with that. So I built in my home region. Yes, there are there's three different factions, each having their own legal system. So when people start writing laws, if I were to write a law, it would apply only to my faction. And if we own Hermopolis, then the people who live in Hermopolis have to abide by our laws. If, however, the Kush go and take Hermopolis from us, those people who live there then have to abide by the Kush laws. Why would you choose to live apart from Fixer? There's lots of places to live in this game. You don't gotta live by me. In fact, I've already got neighbors on both sides of me. There's no room. Yeah, that's definitely more scary than exciting. Yeah. We don't know how it's going to go. It may not be that bad, but there's still human beings behind these players, right? And if someone were to write a law that may be a little aggressive towards another faction and it gets voted in, what do you think the other faction's going to do? They're going to write a similar law, but probably more aggressive than that one. Because these are people, and they're going to take things personally sometimes. And at that point, you get caught in a war between people, and you don't want your hard work to be caught between that shit. So, some people may find that exciting, but not me. There, Talkus. Wow, this is a big hill. Holy cow. Let's go up there. That's a really big hill. This is a large stone, by the way. I'm not able to pick those up. How bad could it be? Well, these are people. Yep. And it happens in this game. This game, what's really neat about this community is that it's full of nice people. There's a lot of people here who operate, who help each other out. They go out of their way to help people even. It's a really fantastic community. But they're still people. And they have bad days. They say bad things. They make bad decisions. Whatever. They're still people. And that can spark an argument or drama or whatever you want to call it. It can happen. It's definitely happened. For sure. And it will happen. It ain't going away. The game is designed for the possibility of that happening. I mean, the entire point of the game, it was a social thesis. It was an experiment to see how much people would cooperate if they're given a lot of control over a game. And they throw curveballs at you. They intentionally throw curveballs that can be used to fuck each other over. But you have a choice. You can choose not to screw each other over and try to make the best of it, or you can screw each other over. And people have screwed each other over before. At least I will... Oh, you know that looks like you'll always shave your diesel. Will you always shave your diesel? Does diesel even need shaving? He probably does not. I read that as always say, shave. See? I'm not the crazy one. There's nothing of note here. I'm basically just taking this out to the Nile, I think. So what I'm doing, I scan... When you're running, especially through a desert like this, where it's all various shades of beige, is you look for changes in pixels. You look for flickers. And it's going to be one of a few things. It's going to be a cicada cage, but more than likely it's a shroom, a mushroom, or perhaps even otters? Or maybe a medium stone. Sometimes a cactus. but I look for flickers, changes in pixels. Some people prefer to use this view, but I like to use this view and sweep around. A lonely cactus in the middle of nowhere. You guys have any idea how big the population differences are right now between factions? I'm surprised you even know there is one. No, we don't know. We have asked that the developer put that in the game. So there's a census. If you go to the University of Leadership, there's a census that you can read, and it tells you, oh, look at that sneaky altar. Oh, ho, ho. There's a census that tells you, like, how many people have passed the initiation into art. Or how many people have passed, 3 tests in art. Things like that. And some people have asked for faction numbers to be added to the census. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do this off camera so you can't see. There we go. Get my spreadsheet open with the wrong button. This game can get grumpy when you Alt-Tab. There we go. Cool. This is a good altar. This one would be hard for people to find, I think. The sound, yeah. Look at how sneaky that is. So those are used in the Test of the Bedouin. The Test of the Bedouin involves you running the desert, finding these altars, and tithing to them. You put cactus sap on them, if I remember correctly. And the longer your cactus sap sits on an altar, the more points you accumulate. And I don't remember how many cactus saps sit on altars. Is it 2 or 4? One of the two. I don't remember. And you still get credit if one person puts their sap on there, I think. So if you're number 2, I think you still get credit. But I think you get bumped off at 3? I don't know. We don't even know. The things could have changed for this tale, right? Who knows? So there will be people running all over the desert looking for those altars and placing cactus sap on them, which means someone could be right behind you removing your sap. So you gotta go back around to all your altars and you have to constantly put sap on them in order to pass the tests. So you only know there is a difference because of the island faction auto select. Yes, the dev did confirm that that is a thing. That it highlights the faction with the lowest population. You don't have to select it, but that's what it highlights. So if somebody's just like, I'll just stick with what it gave me, they automatically go to the lowest population. Are the altars sacred to kneel? I suppose they can be. And if we're going over grass, shrooms can grow on grass. You're also looking for, of course, the cicada cages. They can be put on grass. And sheep. Sheep spawn in grass, so you're also looking for that. And of course, there's gazelles. You have to look for gazelles. Ibis. Desert rats. Those are all things you got to look out for. And they're all you can tell them all from basically changes in the pixels. I've never been good at desert rats though. I think they're too small. Like, I'm not sure if you can even see them when you're up this high. But I haven't done a desert rat since like Tail 3, so that's a long time ago. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. And desert rats are just these little paw prints. Just otters are a little bit easier to see because they got 12 holes. Basically like a groundhog. 12 holes, and they span a pretty large area. So otters are a little bit easier to find. You still don't know what faction to pick? The way I looked at it is I chose because I lived in the north in the first, in every tale that I played, except for one, I lived in the north. I chose the middle for the main reason that I would have equal travel access to both the north and the south regions. So if I were to choose the south, traveling to the middle is not a big deal, but if you want to go to the north, that's twice as much travel. So my reasoning, for me personally, is that I would be able to travel to anywhere in Egypt with the same amount of equality, right? Yeah, because traveling, I mean, especially right now, if you're walking, if you live in the south, walking to the north, you're talking hours. Hours. Many hours. Once we have chariots, that will be cut down, but even then, chariots still cost you travel time. Is there much incentive to travel way out of your faction territory? Yes. Like what? Cicadas, gazelles, ibis, otters, desert rats, alters, foraging, all different kinds of things. And if you're in the south, you have to travel twice as far to get that stuff in the north. And vice versa, of course. So that is my primary reason for choosing the middle. What is that? What the hell is that? Like, if you lived at the top or bottom of the map, what would make you travel to the opposite end of the map? Well, if you own a region... Alright, here's a good example. We unlocked agriculture the other day, which allows us to grow vegetables. The University of Worship will give you vegetable seeds in order to get started. They give you... Oh, shit. 6 seeds, I think? So if I went to our University of Worship, like our primary one in our homeland... This is just a random whatever. Oops. What was I saying now? Oh my god. Oh, worship. So you go to University of Worship and you get your seeds, and let's say you got 6 garlic seeds, right? Well, there's a whole bunch of other veggies. Each University of Worship will give you different veggies. I shouldn't say different. They'll give you 6 more veggie seeds of a random kind. So if there is a university of worship and a faction that you guys control in the south, you would travel all the way down there to grab the seeds from that university. And hopefully you're looking for different seeds, right? So if you got garlic, you go down there looking for hopefully onions or carrots. Thought there was going to be an altar here, I guess not. So that's one reason why you may want to go to the south. There are other reasons, but that's a pretty easy one to mention. But like I said, altars as well. If you're doing the test of the Bedouin, and you need to travel all around Egypt, if you have to start in the north every time you do your run, then that means you have to go all the way... Unless you just avoid the south, at which point you're kind of handicapping yourself if you just don't go there. But you would have to run all the way to the south and hit your altars down there, and then you would have to run all the way back. Or if the chariots are up, that would cost you more time. So if you start in the middle, you don't have to worry about that. You can go to the north. The next day, maybe you go to the south. And then you swap back and forth. Again, this is the way I look at it, and that doesn't matter to some people. Obviously, it doesn't matter to a lot of people because plenty of people picked both the north and the south. Your faction is a trade-off between traveling advantage and region control disadvantage. Pretty much, the Kush got it rough, man, because they're not only on the side all the way to the south, but they got the large regions, which generally is a disadvantage, but there is one advantage in that each region controls more area. So if you have like multiple universities of worship in there, then you can control more of them. So there's one slight advantage, but I don't think it outweighs all the cons, personally. They have it rough, man. But there's a lot of hardworking people in Kush, man. They do those researches pretty damn quickly. Even though they're the smallest faction, they bust their butts. We got roads coming up here. I think I'll hop on this road. Hold on. All right. Wait a minute. Oh my god. I suppose as a casual player, being Kush or Meshwish would be even more of an issue. Yeah, it can be. There's flickering in there. What is that? Something in there. I don't know what that is. It looks like papyrus. Is that papyrus? What the hell? It is! What is papyrus doing all the way out here? What? Can I pick it? Oh my god, these mountains. What? Alright, hold on. God bless it. Wow! I had no idea papyrus would come out here. Look at that. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Alt-C. This stuff only grows on the Nile. Well, I shouldn't say only. It grows on the Nile, but sometimes it'll grow on nearby lakes. But this is ridiculous. That is a long ways away. I have never seen this before. Crazy. Alright. There's water here! I'm swimming. In the mountain. I can't get up here to grab those. Weird. Yeah. But still, that's really far for papyrus. I've never seen that. It's interesting. What is that? What is that? There's like spikes sticking out of those rocks. Oh, I know where I'm at. Oh my god. This used to be a University of the Body in previous tales. It's a big stone with a tree, a bloodbark tree inside of it. Also, someone's been working out here? Someone's like living here? Or wanted to live here? Who is this? Sparky, 4 hours ago. So this guy's gonna make this his home. That's cool. Yeah, this used to be a University of Body last tale. They removed it. In fact, my video from Tale 7, what I made like 3 years ago, I did a video where I did the University of Body initiation, or the discipline of the body initiation. I did it right here. It's the same spot. Looks so much different. What is that? That could be something I could forage. Do universities shift around each tale? Some. Not all. I think they did a lot of shifting this tale, though. No, this looks like a thorn bush. Yeah. Right, nothing important. Oh, hey, GoFox0, does the stream take place of your Friday stream tomorrow? Yes. And I won't be streaming A Tale in the Desert in case it's not your thing. I'll stream something different. But yeah, tomorrow I'll find a game. Maybe we'll call it Subnautica by default, but if I find something new and interesting, we'll play something new and interesting. Otherwise, Subnautica. You started to watch that series the other day. I'll have to go check that one video. Yeah. A lot of that information is probably still true today. A few things probably changed with this tale. Oh my god, there is a sculpture out here in the middle of nowhere. This is one of the guilds. Oh, there's a home here. Maybe we're not so much in the middle of nowhere anymore. Yeah, he just meant... Because there's been times where... Oh, they got... Oh my god, they got lots of bees up here. Whose is this? Oh, this is Yendor. Okay. Wow. Well, apparently he's not worried about bees being too far from each other like I was. Maybe it's not a thing. Look at all these bees. Oh my god. Alright, let's get out of Dodge. So there's these random compounds over here, and they're not on water because these are guild compounds. This is a large guild, by the way. Oh, there's a person. And they've got like their important stuff by the water, but there's some things that you can do that don't need water. And apparently they're doing them back here. Like, let's go take a look inside and see what it is. It's nothing. They're preparing to expand a lot. Hey, water, let's get the map up. Oh shit, I'm not at the Nile. Alright then. There is the faction name bubble thingy. If you had to kill me in the most gruesome way possible, how would you do it? Those are just Tulkas things. I would probably stuff you... I know you asked Cage, but since Cage is kind of new on the stream, I'll answer so he doesn't feel too awkward. I would stuff your ass in one of them distaffs. There you go. Oh, there's a panda, guys. This is perk points. Cute panda. I should take a picture to show my Discord. He does nothing. They literally just sit there. I could play this. Okay. So they're not really wanting this to be much of a challenge? Turn, you stupid thing. I want to go. All right. Well, that wasn't what's up with that? Fair. Oh, it says ZF. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. I'm stupid. Too funny. I didn't even notice it. The question seems to assume that there is some objectivity, most gruesome way to kill you. In which case I have no choice in the matter but to use whatever method that might be. I'm not going to hazard a guess, though. You never seen one of those puzzles before? That's the... Well, it was the test of the constellation, but it's no longer a test. It's now the initiation into thought. So you have to build one of those in order to get into the thought discipline. The puzzles that are out right now, like that one, it's not a very good puzzle. It can be. If someone's really good at it, it could be really fun. I'm not good at it. But there are other puzzles in the game that are much more fun. They're just not out yet. There's a lot of people in this little area. These are all probably the same guild. These are all members of Z-Free. Oh, there we go. I can get over that way. My God, look at all these places. You consider that much less mean than other possible responses. Yeah, I would still stuff his ass in a distaff. This thing right here. Stuff him in there. This is what makes, like, twine and threads. That's what I would do. I thought you lived near a bunch of stuff, but that's a city you found. Yeah, this is like a city. This is a guild. I'm sure all these people belong to the same guild. They all live out here. This is the city right here. So they're not exactly far out at all. What's that? Plant. Cool. If I follow this road, it'll take me home. There won't be any cicada cages out here. In fact, I can leave the map up. This is a high traffic area. Relatively speaking. Is overpopulation much of a problem that you've seen, or has it been in any of the past tales? Oh yeah. In the first 3 tales, oh my God, overpopulation was crazy. This, like what we just saw there, that was like every green area. This place was bombarded with buildings. The Nile, it's like a downtown area. This entire area would be like a downtown area in early tales, back when they had thousands of players. Overpopulation was definitely a problem. Not so much as the people, but all their shit, right? As people, we're hoarders, and people love to hoard shit in this game. So their bases can get big. And after a while, it's like, wow, there's a lot of buildings around, and there's a lot of things around here. Falcus, I'd put a rat in a bucket, put it against your bare chest, and light the end of the bucket so that the rat only had one way to go. What TV show was that in? Was that Game of Thrones? That was in a TV show recently, wasn't it? Cage, you should take the goatee person as your idol, emulate him in all things, and take his legacy as your own. Yeah, it was in Game of Thrones. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, you could probably guess Game of Thrones even if you didn't see it. I live just to the north here. Here's a sculpture. I think I've already voted in this one. This says Tale 8. Whose is that? Toady. Yeah, I already voted on it. We're heading north. Keep an eye out for sheep. Sheep love to spawn in this area. And these things are a little pain in the butt. Silt? Oh my God, I've mistaken silt for just about everything. Because it's small, flickers. Ugh. Uh-oh, what's going on? A gazelle. Someone spotted a gazelle between the University of Art and the School of Body. Now everybody's going out to it. I don't need to. I got all the gazelle. What's the context of that in Game of Thrones? I don't think that's something Game of Thrones made up. That's something that's been used in real life before. Tulkas, you should know that. Isn't that something the Romans did? Are there few enough players now that you can find pretty close to the capitals without getting too crowded out? Oh yeah. Yeah, there's still lots of places, for sure. I mean, you're not gonna... There's some people who build, like, right here. I mean, you're not gonna find room here, but who knows? Down here might be room. And look at the Nile. You know, the Nile is massive. I know that there's some places up in here, and that's not far from the capital at all. RuneScape Egypt. Pretty much. Alright. So that's cool. We learned a little bit on that trip. We learned about the University of Progress, which I have not seen yet. I got Crazy Papyrus. I don't know what's up with that. Got a medium stone. Only one, though. Do I not have thorns? There they are. Didn't get a whole lot of tinder done. Broke my knife. In fact, I need to make a new knife. Flint knife. What am I missing? I don't have the flint on me. That's one thing. And I need a piece of twine. I had twine somewhere. There we go. And wood. I got wood. So let's make me a new knife. There we go. Cool. It was an interrogation method. Yes. Yes, but used by whom? In real life, that is. I mean, if you look here where I am, I'm real close to the city, and there's no one built on that side of the Nile. Like, this is a good spot up here. It's a little hilly, probably maybe too many hills, but you could still build here. You could build like right here. You got sand, you got grass. This here is a lot of clay, a little bit of sand, some grass. So there's definitely places to build. She's got no real neighbors. This is all empty over here. There's still places to build, for sure. Let's check our bees. Now that I know that bees can be right near each other, I'll have to look more into that to see how that works. Also, I need to get my coordinates up again, if I can remember how. La 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 la. No, not chat related. Crap, I can never find it. It's not in interface options. Gift the game. No. Join faction chat. No need to. Where is this damn thing? No. Hell if I know. I'll figure it out. I'll off stream. Alright, we're checking our bees. I don't expect to find anything in here, but I'm going to check it anyway. A queen bee has started to build a hive in this apiary. Oh, wow. Okay. Check this apiary for bees, wax, and honey. I don't want to do that yet. I want to give her time to make some bees. I'm in a populated area in the most populated faction. Yes. This is the most populated faction, and this is our capital city right here. And I live right here. So any spot along the Nile here is pretty good. Any spot with water, this over here is pretty good. I suppose you could go live off the Red Sea over here, but that's kind of far for me. Some people are. I've been over here. There are people living over here. There's water here, water here, water here. You could check all those. I got queens. I got 2 queens, guys. So tomorrow we can check them for honey. For new bees and honey. Is the Red Sea as close to the capital as I am? I suppose. Maybe. Mine's pretty much road all the way, though. And remember, you can run faster on roads. Especially considering I have 3 speed points. So I guess, yeah. Not too bad. Yeah. You're right. Not too bad. Alright. How much faster does the running speed get throughout the tail? It can get very fast. Speed is not kept. Speed, I think the others are capped. Permanently, that is. Speed, however, is not. You can keep on raising your speed up, 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 up. And you can get pretty damn fast eventually. And not only that, there's temporary... There's like recipes, like food recipes, that you can make eventually that will give you like a boost for 2 minutes or 10 minutes, even longer than that sometimes. And that can bring up your speed to like 30 temporarily. So you can start moving pretty fast as time goes on. Like it doesn't look normal, that's for sure. The rat torture, I think, began during the Dutch Revolt in London around 1568, according to Professor Google. There you go. That's relatively new, I suppose. What is the process for getting permanent speed boost? Cicadas. The test of the singing cicada. It advances once per day, and if you're in the top 21 people, you get speed points. And there's been 3 advances, and I've advanced all 3 times so far. So you go out, you get cicadas, you accumulate points. Last time, everybody with 5,769 points and up got a speed point. Some even got more than 1 speed point. If you can afford 2 speed points, let's say you have double that, you can actually gain 2 speed points in 1 pass. So theoretically, you could pass the test of the singing cicada on the first pass. On the first advancement, I should say. I don't think anybody's done it, but if you spent all day gathering cicadas, that's possible. So that's why they're so sought after. Yep. Yep. Goatee person, teach the cage your wise ways.